All right, guys. So it looks like we got ourselves an absolutely insane, messy situation. Ooh, Lord. Okay. So it involves Skip Bayless. And one of the reasons why this is so funny to me is because I've seen Skip Bayless for years. I'm a huge sports fan. Been watching First Take since the early days. I remember the glory days of First Take when Skip Bayless would debate Stephen A. And I got to be honest with you, I've thought this for a long time from the first time I saw Skip Bayless. The guy has no talent. He is one of the luckiest people in sports history. Wasn't an athlete, wasn't good at sports, went to school for like some little journalist degree somewhere, making all this money at Fox Sports, and in my opinion, has no talent. Not good at what he does like Stephen A. Stephen A is amazing at what he does. Charles Barkley is really good at what he does. Skip Bayless sucks, right? But let's get into this lawsuit because this is nuts. So this crazy bombshell lawsuit got dropped last night that involves Skip Bayless, an executive at Fox Sports, and this on-air personality named Joy Taylor, who is known for often showing her breast whenever she goes on camera, and also just overall being attractive. That's what people know her as. And she also has like some podcast or whatever. But anyway, so the lawsuit alleges that an ex-host harassed, which is Skip Bayless, a hairstylist, and offered her $1.5 million for sex. Like, gosh, bro. You talk about the definition of just overly thirsty, and you got a lot of money, and you willing to do whatever to get what you want. That's what's going on here. I mean, obviously, we don't know if this is true. I do got to say this, too, which is hilarious. I do think it's funny that the internet just lost their minds. They ran off just pretty much assuming that this is true. They're making all these jokes. They're pulling up all these old videos. Basically, according to the court of public opinion, this absolutely 1,000% happened. Like, people didn't even give it a chance for it to play out in court. We don't even know if this stuff is true or not. But the internet thinks it is. So I just, that's crazy. So one of the interesting things about the age of the internet when it comes to these bombshell lawsuits is if somebody sues and they say all this crazy stuff, unfortunately, you're in a situation where the internet's just going to believe it. That's just what it is. So here's what it says. A woman who worked as a hairstylist for Fox Sports, by the way, I'll show you what she looks like. Her name is Nushin Faraji, and this right here is exactly what she looks like. This is the hairstylist for Fox Sports. She's the one filing the lawsuit. And so it says here, a woman who worked as a hairstylist for Fox Sports alleges in the lawsuit that former host Skip Bayless made repeated unwanted advances toward her, including an offer of $1.5 million to have sex with him. Now, I'm going to keep it real and tell y'all the truth, okay? Shout out to this woman for not accepting that. If it's true that it got offered, got to be honest, highly doubt this is true. That sounds insane. $1.5 million for sex? Yeah, don't believe that one. Just being honest, I don't believe that one. But let's just say it's true. She's incredible because I'm here to tell y'all now, very few women would turn this down. I'm just going to tell it like it is. I done seen a lot. I done witnessed a lot. I know how the modern woman of today is, okay? It's all about the bag for a lot of these women, okay? Very few women would turn that down. You offer them 1.5. Women are having sex with these executives for less. They're doing it for a role, for a gig, for a job. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. There are a lot of women out here that are giving their bodies up for way less. This guy allegedly offered her $1.5 million and she turned that down? Very few women would do that. Just tell it like it is. Most people would take that. Most people have taken less than that and did it. Attorneys for Nushin Faraji, who was a hairstylist at Fox for more than a decade, that means she was there when Shannon Sharp was there, are seeking unspecified damages from Bayless, Fox Sports, and his parents' company. According to the lawsuit, the complaint claims Fox executives fostered a hostile work environment that allows senior managers and on-air personalities, including Bayless, to abuse workers without fear of punishment. Let's see. An attorney for Bayless, Jared Levine, did not immediately respond. Okay, so they didn't respond to the comment. Bayless isn't going to respond. Bayless is probably not going to speak on it. Skip Bayless is that type of guy. Faraji claimed that the advances made by Bayless, which began in 2017, Shannon Sharp was working there during that time, and continued until last year, included lingering hugs, kisses on the cheek, and comments from Bayless that he could change Faraji's life if she had sex with him. In 2021, she claims in the suit, Bayless offered Faraji $1.5 million for sex. After she refused, later threatened her job. Wow, crazy stuff. And so now, what you also have, which the internet is really running with, the funny part is the internet don't even care that much about Skip Bayless. The internet is more fascinated with all these insane allegations that Joy Taylor basically like slept with half the freaking network. That's what's being alleged in the lawsuit. Let's go ahead and read some of that. Says here, and this is all part of the lawsuit, FS1 host Joy Taylor used sexual relationships with ex-NFL star, co-host Emmanuel Acho, and network executive Charlie Dixon to further her career. What's more, the glamorous 37-year-old broadcaster allegedly schemed to protect her job at the network by fabricating a sexual misconduct allegation against Dixon. Once Mr. Dixon was no longer used for the Taylor, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her. Taylor Dixon, former FS1 host Skip Bayless and the Fox Corporation are named in the lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. Taylor herself is accused of dismissing Faraji's complaints about sexual harassment, blah, blah. So, yeah, the internet is just losing their minds about Joy Taylor. And again, you can literally even see here if they show her shirt. Yeah, there you go. She's always showing her breasts every single time. She's showing it off. So, definitely a red flag there. I'll be honest with you, with the way that this lady kind of carries herself, I kind of did a little research on her. She said some very interesting things in this podcast she has with Taylor Rooks. There's a lot of interesting info about her on the internet. Do I believe the Skip Bayless thing? Not really. $1.5 million for sex? Not really. That sounds a little insane. Do I believe this stuff about Joy Taylor? Yeah, I kind of do. I really do. She just looks like a little bit of a scallywag. I'm sorry. She just kind of does. I'm going to call a spade a spade. So Jason Whitlock's in a little bit of trouble. Apparently, he's under fire for sexualized comments about Joy Taylor. He said, I knew what I was capable of. Maybe she said that. I don't know. Either him or her said that. Let's read it. So let's see. Jason Whitlock, no stranger to controversy, responds to the allegations involving Joy Taylor during a recent public appearance. Whitlock refrained from commenting directly on her alleged actions, but shared why he kept his distance from her. I know what I'm capable of, Whitlock said. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly and that peanut butter skin, I said to myself, Jay, stay away. Okay, so yeah, that is definitely a weird comment. Basically, he's saying he knows what he's capable of. She's very pretty. She has big breasts, and he's attracted to that. So he's like, let me just stay away from her. Definitely a weird comment, but okay. So anyway, Jason Whitlock and Marcellus Wiley actually both made their own videos talking about the situation, and apparently they got a little bit of tea on it. So the whole thing is very interesting, and yeah, people are just pulling up all kinds of crazy things about what could have happened and different things like that, and I just think this entire thing is crazy. So I just want to make a quick video on that because this story is just wild, especially for I think the Skip Bayless part is crazier than the Joy Taylor part. Joy Taylor part to me isn't that huge of a deal because there's plenty of times where you have that one girl who sleeps with like half the workplace or just sleeping around. Like, that's normal. Look, women today are very promiscuous and scandalous. That's just what today's day and age is. That's just what it is. That part don't surprise me as much. I definitely believe it. It might not be true, but I believe it. Wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, anyway, that's today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.